It's chat time with Chunk and Cucumber and your host, Dino.
Hello, friends.
Welcome, everybody, and welcome to Chat Time. I'm your host, Dino, as always. And with me, of course, is Chunk and Cucumber.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm Cucumber. He's not both of us.
No, yeah, I'm just one of them. I'm Chunk.
Sometimes he's both, if he wants to be.
I can be.
Darcy.
That's Darcy.
That's Darcy. Hi, Darcy.
Darcy's our special guest today. Darcy is a set designer, artist, and just awesome person.
And magician.
And magician. That's right. I can't forget magician. We're going to
Nice.
embarrass you a little bit about that, too.
Nice.
In a good way, I mean. So before we get to know Darcy, let's do what we always do and start with, but how do you feel? Oh yeah, we have transitional slides, Darcy. Sorry, I should warn you.
Are they gonna hurt her or something?
I don't know, they might. So today on But How Do You Feel, for those of you that are new to the channel, we are going to describe how we feel today, using something other than regular words to describe how we feel. So today, we're going to describe how we feel using nerd universes. So which nerd universe do you fit into right now, according to how you feel, and why? You got one, Chunk?
Yeah, I got one.
What is it?
I feel like Doctor Who.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
You took hers. She's pissed.
No, it'll be. I mean, you can do that one
be
too.
the same.
It'll just be for other reasons. My reason is I wish I could go back in time to wake up Ryan at 7 a.m. and so he would be ready, and we could have started the show on time. That's why I wish I was Doctor Who. I feel like I wish I was Doctor Who.
Different reasons, then we're good.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's okay, Ryan. You know we always put you on blast when this happens. It's okay. It would do. You guys would do the same to me if it was me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude,
yeah.
no doubt. No doubt.
Anybody else? I think I'm feeling. I'm feeling like gummy bears today. I don't know why. I think it's that I want to feel bouncy, like I've just, drinking some gummy berry juice.
I hate all of this, but go
You
on.
hate all. What's wrong with gummy bears?
I mean,
They're
no,
bouncing here and there and everywhere.
Hold up. I just started watching it again.
It doesn't hold up.
recently.
Oh, okay.
It's rough, man. It's
Yeah,
hard to get through.
I'll have to watch again.
Some
I
like
still
great
have.
voice actors at the beginning of their career, though, in that one. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's true.
And some at the end. Fucking Paul Winchell, I think, was still in that one.
I think it's I'm hiding away in the forest and I don't want to be seen still because I haven't had my gummy berry juice. That's what it is. I'm having it now though, so it'll work in a bit. I think that's what it is.
Mine's deeper. It's a little deeper into Doctor Who. It's a very specific episode where Donna has the big beetle on her back.
Yes.
She's living in this alternate reality. I feel
Yeah.
like after a year of having a beetle on my back, it just got taken off, and I feel like I'm coming back into my real world here.
I like it.
Nice.
Ah,
Nice.
Very good.
Man. I feel like I should also say I'm Doctor Who for reasons. I'll say that. I mean, I do love
oh, thank you, Jared Guy, for being supportive of my argument.
Miss Priscilla, Gummy Bears is streaming on Disney Plus. She did it.
Hey, Keith.
I'm gonna say I'm actually feeling, oddly enough, like the Magic the Gathering universe.
Okay.
I just started playing it again recently, and I love the art. Game aside, if you pull up one of those cards and you just look at the art, it's so beautiful, and it just it gives you all this impression of a much larger world with crazy critters and all that stuff. It's like I'd love to just walk around there for a couple of days. I could use the vacation, and yeah, it's just neat. It's neat. That's all I
Agreed.
got. I want to look at neat things today.
Yeah, especially the current set that's out right now. It's Zendikar Rising has the floating islands and stuff. It's so cool, like Pandora but better. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I liked Ravnica.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan's forehead?
I would
Not
say,
yet.
for
Back to the
me,
Future.
well, no, I was thinking about that, but you already are gonna time travel back
Say
as
Doctor Who, I swear to God.
to wake me up. So I don't need to do that. I'm going to go with Team Fortress 2 as the scout because I felt like I was running here like super fast today, and I needed my bonk juice to get there. It's a really deep pull, but nobody knows what I'm talking about.
You win the nerd award today, nerd.
Oh, Team Fortress 2. That's like shitty Overwatch.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like shitty Overwatch. I haven't played either, so. Beardhome Mama says Sleepless in Seattle.
Dino, do you have a PlayStation?
I do not.
Damn it.
Get one.
I was
have
just
a
going to
Switch.
give you Overwatch because I have a disc now and I'm all digital.
Oh!
None for you!
Sorry! I'm saving up. I was saving up to buy a PS5, and then I decided that the more adult thing to do. Oh, thanks for the follow.
Lacey first, thank you for the follow.
Thank
She
you.
says, I just clicked on and heard Doctor Who, so you'll have a new follower.
Oh, sweet. Welcome. We're much more nerdy than that, so stick around. And we're also,
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
I have
I'm
one.
backwards.
Oh, it's on the wall.
Yeah,
on
there's
the other
lots of
side.
Doctor Who in here
Yeah.
too, just not in this particular setup.
yeah.
To your left, to your right, there's the Doctor Who thing.
Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I see it. Is it the cookie jar?
No, it's just a big Funko Pop TARDIS, the giant
big
one.
Oh,
chunky TARDIS. It's super chunky.
Chonky TARDIS. It's bigger on the outside now, too.
Right.
What was I going to say? Shoot. I lost it. Oh, I was going to save up for a PlayStation, but the more adult thing to do, I realized, is just save up for a new mattress. So, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, but if you get a PS5, you'll never sleep again, so you don't need it.
Don't need the mattress.
Don't need the mattress.
Just
That's-
get a new mattress topper.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Put
The
a
mattress-
newspaper on it. That'll solve the problem.
crinkle, 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 crinkle. Yeah, that'll be fun. Lacey versus That's Okay, I'm Really Nerdy Too. Perfect. You'll fit right in.
Welcome.
Join our Discord if you want more fun. That'll be for later too. Anyways, so Darcy.
Made that sound real weird. Discord is just, it's just like a forum where we hang out.
Dude, go to the
Yeah,
Discord.
But that's
It's
for
weird.
later. Wink.
Hey, you guys are clearly not using Discord right. That's all I'm saying.
What have you done to our Discord?
That's what the extra channel's for.
That's right. You guys don't have access to that server. Sorry. Dino has the dark Discord page. Yes, I have the dark Discord page. That's right. I'm secretly the evil villain of Discord for Perception Studio.
Ooh,
Yes.
that sounds.
But I don't want to give away this whole story, so we're going to move on for now. So Darcy, hello.
Hey.
Hi. So I do this to everybody. So who are you? What do you do? What do you like? What are your fears? What are your passions?
Give us your lunch money.
Yeah.
Social security number.
Do with that what you will.
I am a set designer for television. Also a model maker is kind of how I got started in the entertainment industry, which is I made that little TARDIS up there.
awesome.
Ooh.
Funnily enough, I've been working for the Jim Henson Studio often for the last few years. I just designed a new show that'll be coming out this year that you'll hear about later this year.
All right.
I did Earth to Ned, which is currently on Disney Plus. I designed the sets for that.
That's awesome.
The Curious Creations of Christine McConnell, which was kind of like a dark, twisty cooking puppet show a few years ago for Netflix. So those were the big shows I actually designed. But then I also am a set designer, which is a confusing term, which is really a draftsman.
Oh.
So when I set
Define
design,
draftsman for me, idiot.
Yes, please.
So when I production design, I'm actually in charge of the look. Like I actually create and design the look of the TV show. But when I set design, I 3D model the sets in the computer based on the designs of the production designer. And then I turn the sets into digital draftings for the carpenters to create. to build the sets.
That's dope.
That's awesome. Wow.
So it's confusing terminology, but
Yeah,
How?
but I feel like there's a lot of things like that in the industry where things are called things, and you're like, what does that even do?
I know.
So you do the artsy fartsy stuff and you do the technical stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's how you get jobs. Learn both of them.
yes,
Yes.
do both.
Especially if you want to do art department, you should probably know how to do like 17 different things, just in case.
That's
I
fair.
do already.
Wow, I didn't say anything. Nobody said anything.
Grumpy.
He's sensitive and grumpy.
So I don't know if you still have it, handy or anything, but you've made something in particular that I am like super obsessed with. Do you have a hobbit hole handy that you can show
I
us?
have it in the other room. You should have told me. I'd have brought it in.
How far is the other room?
I think Cucumber really wants to see the Hobbit hole.
Okay, I'll go get the
Yeah,
hobbit house. You
we'll
guys
vamp. We'll vamp. It's gorgeous.
talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
we usually do.
Yes.
Pick up some snacks on the way if you can.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm a kettle corn guy.
So Darcy's Instagram has a whole bunch of her like models and everything too, and I'll let her tell more about these things, but it's really cool. So if you haven't checked her out, it's Darcy Prevost on Instagram. It's really cool. Hi, welcome back.
Like obsessed. You guys don't even know.
No, we know. We're aware.
We're aware.
I'm bad at this. I'm bad at doing things on the screen. The little door opens.
So cool.
The batteries are dead, but usually the lights turn on, so you can turn it around. There's a whole interior.
Yeah, it doesn't stop in the front, you guys. It's furnished. It's got everything in it.
There's
It's got Bilbo's desk. The book
There's
is
the front
being written.
hallway. And there's the kitchen with a bunch of miniature food. Sorry, I'm so sorry that this is causing you. I don't
Joy,
trauma.
don't apologize.
I am 3 rooms away from where Cucumber is, and I could hear him through the walls. That's how
Yep.
loud he is.
It's
I'm
not
only
a one of a
wall
kind.
away.
It's a two of a kind. There's 2 of these things in the universe.
Yes.
And
And who has the other one, Darcy?
Stephen Colbert has the second one.
Oh.
Nice.
Did he get the
says
first
no.
one or did he get the second one?
He got the second. He got the far better one.
That's nice of you.
Years after I made this one, I made one for Stephen. So
Aw. How long did it take you to make that first one?
500 man hours.
Ooh.
Which is like 1,500 felted friend hours for those of you wondering.
Yeah.
Less dexterity.
The 3
He
times
died
as
very
slow.
young.
That's why I can't sell them. I mean, you'd have to take a mortgage out just to afford one if you were paying me hourly to make one. You
Oh
know.
my gosh.
Oh,
That's
time to get a
nuts.
job.
Labor of love.
Oh, we're gonna ask us a favor. Can you make us a hobbit hole?
Also, don't forget, Chad, if you have any questions for Darcy, make sure you check
Please.
them in there.
Absolutely. Anything you want to know about what she does
Yeah,
for a living
like-
or her magic, we'll talk
Yeah.
about that too.
Oh, what other things she has in different rooms that we can make her
She's
go
so
get?
happy I brought that up.
Yeah.
I haven't done magic in so long. I almost forget that that's part of my life. Like,
Oh, Lacey. Sorry, Lacey versus. Oh, by the way, I'm new. Since I'm new, can we say our names? Yes, absolutely. Sorry, I'm Dino. I'm the host. Chuck, I'll let you guys introduce
I'm
yourself.
Chunk.
I'm Cucumber.
And that's Darcy.
That's Darcy.
And
She's
that's
our special
Ryan's
guest today.
head down there.
And Ryan's forehead is down there in the
Should
bottom
we
right.
get name
Bottom
placards
left.
for this
We
show?
should. Yeah, we should.
We'll work on that. Thank you for that. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, Lacey. See, you're new and you're already making changes. It's great.
Oh, here's a question from Beard on
there
a
you go.
Batman. Darcy, have you been to the real Hobbiton?
I have. So this Hobbit hole is based off of 36 Bagshot Row, which is the house at Hobbiton. That's if you're up at Bilbo's house, as you're coming down the hill, it's the first Hobbit house that you see on the right. And I was obsessed with it when I was at Hobbiton, and I was so like Lord of the Rings is why I do what I do.
Hey,
So I had my friend who was with me who cared very little about Lord of the Rings take pictures, detail pictures of 36 Bagshot Row while I just like ran around crying and laughing and, hugging trees and...
I have a question.
Yes.
Why are you still friends with this person who doesn't like Lord of
Well,
the Rings?
she's the one who got me to go to New Zealand.
All right, no, she can stay. That's fine.
She found a deal on Groupon and was like, "Do you want to go to New Zealand with me?" And I was like, "Yes." She said, "It's a Lord of the Rings tour," and I was like, "You've never even seen Lord of the Rings." She's like, "But I want to go to New Zealand." So it was wonderful.
I would love to be able to go somewhere that I just spooky. Thank you for the follow.
She watched the
you.
movie on the flight to New Zealand.
Wow.
Wow, long flight.
Let's see a verse says, "I'm sorry, Hobbiton is a real place. I need to go."
It sure is.
Yeah, it's in New Zealand.
New Zealand. That's where they
There's
filmed.
another question from
Yes.
TKH328 for Darcy. The hardest or most complex set you worked on? Question mark, or one that you thought was easy and in reality was far from the truth.
Well, they always sell it to you as easy. They're always like, "Do you want to design this set? Just like a few flats, not that big of a deal." And you get there and you're like,
And also, we needed to tap dance.
Yeah, yes, this is very true. So Earth to Ned was challenging because I only had about 2 weeks from when Brian Henson asked me to do the show to design it and get it sent off to shops to bid. So you don't have a lot of time to come up with that. Like, you need like a minute to come up with all the bad ideas. You know what I mean? So that you can look at it 2 weeks later and be like, "Oh no, we could do something way better than this." But there was no time on that show, so it was just like, first ideas, throw them out, get it built, and it ended up turning out, I think, really cool. But
Also very pretty set.
yeah, well,
We're through-
16 feet tall, hand sculpted styrofoam.
Wow.
So it was
Jesus.
it was a very expensive set, but it was nice.
That's
We're 3 years into bad ideas. We're hoping the good ones also show up at some point.
Yeah. I've only been
You're
around
still
for a
working
year of
on
them,
that?
so.
Yeah.
I noticed in the Earth to Ned set there was a little bit of a Doctor Who inspiration, it looks like, from the inside of the TARDIS.
It's so fun. I mean, how could it not
Yeah.
permeate? I'm such a Doctor Who fan. A lot of people say it has Farscape vibes, which I had never seen. So
Yeah.
the Farscape vibes, I think, came in from the fact that Brian really liked the kind of steampunky metal copper colors, which I guess are very Farscape.
They are indeed. Very
Yeah.
But
that's
originally that set was supposed to be blue, and then they made Ned blue.
Oh.
So I think if it were a blue set, people wouldn't think it looked like Farscape, but
That's fair.
I believe that.
Yeah, it looks cool. I've been, stalking your Instagram since yesterday, looking at all the stuff we could talk about. And yeah, the design is incredible, and I've always wondered like what goes into it, and like I've never met anybody that actually does it. So this is wonderful for me. I'm a big film nerd also, so this is and film and TV nerd. So this is amazing. You mentioned
that one was kind of
what?
bad.
Oh,
What? Huh?
I don't know. So you mentioned sending a design off to shops to bid on. Can you explain that a little bit? Because that's something that I'm sure a lot of people don't really know about.
Sure. So like I was just approached to do a new project. And so the first step is they give me a budget, but I'm not going to know how much the set is going to cost until I take time to design it, turn it into construction drawings, either through myself or through a set designer, and send those construction drawings, even if they're preliminary, off to scene shops so they can look at it and go, this is going to take 5 weeks to build and it's going to cost $300,000. So I won't know that until I draw it in scale and send it off to shops.
Yeah, that's awesome. And they like do they bid for like, oh, we can do it for this much though, so you can choose us kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Usually I get 3 bids. and usually we go with the bid that's in the middle because I tend to not trust the lowest bid, and then the producers like to throw out the highest bid. So we go with the middle.
That's fair.
Tell that to Disney Parks.
Yes, please tell them that. They always go with the lowest bidder.
Like, yeah, and it shows.
I was
I don't trust it because I feel like those low bids, they always end up coming in the most over because they just didn't bid correctly, and then it burned in the end.
I was about to apologize to Disney, but I was like, they're never gonna sponsor our show anywhere because of the kind of stuff we say out here, so it'll be fine.
There's a few questions. We're gonna catch up here. Uberbali asks, question: besides Lord of the Rings related projects, what would be a dream project to work on?
One that is happening right now that I am not a part of. Fraggle Rock. That was
Who do
my
we gotta
dream.
kill, Darcy? Who do we gotta kill?
Well, it's too late. They're already filming in Canada without me, which is the only reason I'm not a part of it is because it's in Canada.
Blame Canada.
Are you a fugitive from Canada? You're not allowed to go up there?
I'm not. This whole year is tricky, especially
Not since the
now.
incident. She can't go back.
They won't let her in anymore.
But I don't think I'd want to work on Lord of the Rings, like the new TV show. I didn't seek out because I want to be a fan of something. You know what I mean? Like
I want to be a fan of it as well, but everything I'm hearing, I'm like,
I know.
I'm sure. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna sit my ass down and be glued to the TV, but I'm so terrified.
Yeah,
I know. It's tricky. All of these things being revisited is just terrifying and exciting.
Yes,
and exciting.
But I got to be part of the Gilmore Girls revival, and I was a huge fan of Gilmore Girls.
Cool.
And that ended up being a dream, even as a fan. Like my boss would say, "Hop, come meet me at Dosey's Market," and I'd hop on my bike and be in Stars Hollow for real.
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
That was pretty great.
That's pretty sweet. Actually, the next question has to do with that.
yeah.
Aaron Luhu asks, is there a structure from Gilmore Girls that you have not made that you want to make?
So it's too big to probably lift up on camera. I have a 16th inch scale model right in front of me of the entire backlot of Warner Brothers that I made of Gilmore Girls.
Wow.
Whoa.
So technically, I've already made them all.
I say this with the utmost respect. Nerd! But yeah,
my boss asked me to make the gazebo in 16th inch scale and put it on a ground plan. And I said, I could probably just make the whole town. She's like, you can do that? I was like, yeah, I can do that.
Yes!
And then I took it home with me, which doesn't always get to happen. So
That's
so
awesome.
Cool.
That's really
But
cool.
no, the next one I'm working on to put out to the public to make themselves is Luke's. People keep asking me, and I just haven't had the time to.
I'm gonna make like a million little teeny tiny plates. Mugs.
Yeah,
That'd be amazing.
Shytown Deke asks, whose forehead is at the bottom of the screen? That's Ryan. He's running the show. We don't like to give him permission to view you guys for your own sake.
Yeah. I don't like looking at his face for long periods of time.
Or short periods of time.
Yeah. Thursdays is our break from Ryan's face.
It used to be where Ryan wasn't visible by default, and he would just like lift his head up to answer questions and stuff. But we just figured just keep the
You're
forehead
right.
there.
We've given him too much freedom. It's time to reel that back in.
We'll work on that. Thank you. Darcy, okay, so what is your, when it comes to designing sets from what was it called? Production design aspect, not the set designing. Thanks for the follow, Pollock Wizard. What is usually your biggest challenge for yourself when creating something like that, when designing? What is there like a certain thing that you keep having to like a weakness you have to overcome usually?
Scheduling.
I understand that.
I mean, who here is good at knowing how long it's going to take to make things? I've been making models professionally for years, and I did a new show last year where during the shutdown, I made a 5 foot by 8 foot scale model, which is big. That's big. And I never made a model that big. I usually make little hobbit houses that are like, yay. And I budgeted how much time I thought it would take to make that model. And I was very wrong.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
It got done, but only due to the luck of the world shutting down and me having, the project being continuously pushed, because otherwise it wouldn't have gotten done.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm constantly thinking things are going to take less time than they do. I have to keep relearning that lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. My issue is allocating time for things instead of, like sitting in my bed and watching YouTube.
My problem is locating time. What is time?
Nowadays, I don't know.
That's true.
I don't have an answer for that.
There's a couple other questions. Darcy, have you ever designed? This is from Tigeron31. Darcy, have you ever designed D&D villages or towns with castles?
I haven't. That's something that would be really fun to do, but no, that has not come across my plate yet.
There is a D&D movie that's in production.
I have a running list of side projects like rattling around in my brain that I'm constantly trying to get to. So I'm about 2 years behind currently.
Time allocation. Yay.
So one of the things I have to bring up, somebody made a joke about Ryan's wig. Like Ryan has a wig, and Lacey, I'm sorry you're new, but she's like, that's a wig?
No, we're just dicks.
Sorry. And Lacey had a question for. So Lacey, you will learn the lingo. So these are our felted friends.
Hello, friend.
Yes, and their managers have been with them for a while. And they are also magical life bringers.
Years.
You sound like a crazy person.
Yes, I know. You guys make me crazy.
Mr. Life, thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow.
And let's see. If you join our Discord, we have a what do you call that? A channel, a section.
Do we? Did that one get deleted? Because somebody
Did you
did some
delete it?
pruning.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that one's gone, yo.
Oh,
Is it?
no.
Oh, dang.
I
We
can
need to
put
put
it
that
back.
one. Yeah, let's put it back. We'll put it back. You can ask
join
questions
our-
there in the Discord. We'll be happy to answer those questions, a whole bunch.
Yeah, we have the Discord for lots of things. All our shows can be talked about through there, and including the people that run this lovely studio. And we have our Patreon. We put our Patreon up there too. If you want to give a little bit and get some extra access and stuff, go ahead and check out our
Channel's
Patreon.
back.
But all the information's gone.
Yeah, well, somebody told me to delete a lot of stuff, so that's what happens.
See, Darcy, you get a little glimpse into the craziness that's behind the scenes here at Reception Studio.
Making me feel far more like,
Yeah.
TikTok.
It's helpful to see other people that are a mess.
Happy to be a walking dumpster fire. This is what I do.
Yay. Hey, there's one right here by the thing.
It is.
There is. That's Kenny's.
It's Kenny's dumpster fire. It's adorable.
Oh, it's green. Do we have any questions? Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Yeah. Okay. So, actually, this is a good time to go into this before we talk about more. We're gonna bring this back because it seems to be hitting pretty well with our. I like doing it with our special guests. So this next segment is called "One of These Is Bullshit," and it is two truths and a lie, but we like to name things differently. So today, Darcy has provided us with 2 truths and 1 lie about herself. And Chung, Cucumber, and I will read one each, and then we will put a poll in the chat for you to vote which one is the lie. Remember, you're voting for which one is the lie, and then we'll hear about the truths afterwards. So, Chunk, go ahead and take number 1, Cucumber number 2, and I'll do the last one.
Okay.
Am I the first one?
Yes.
I literally just said that.
Yeah. Yeah. Where'd you go, man? Where'd you go?
I left for a second. I'm sorry. Statement number 1. I went skydiving in South Africa.
Statement number 2. I used to dress up as Snoopy at a theme park for a summer job.
And number 3 is I was cut off in traffic by Paul McCartney. So,
All right, chat, get ready to vote in the chat. See
Yes,
which
there'll be
one
a
you think
poll.
is- there'll be a poll.
my vocal cords went on vacation for a second.
It's like Chunk's brain a couple seconds.
They got jealous. So we'll put a poll up in the chat at the top of the chat. Make sure to click it and vote for which one you think is the lie. It's either I went skydiving in South Africa, I used to dress up as Snoopy at a theme park for a summer job, or I was cut off in traffic by Paul McCartney. So choose one. Which one you think is the lie? Also, welcome, Mr. Life. Looks like, but Marianne from Denmark. Hello, welcome to
Hello.
Perception Studio.
Hello.
Hi, Denmark. Marianne. I don't know why I said it like that. What's up?
Hi, hi, Denmark. To be fair, this
I'm rusty. I've been gone for a few weeks.
Mr. Life might be,
Cucumber.
the only viewer we have in Denmark.
thank
So
you.
you're saying hello to all of them. That works. Do we have a vote?
Is it up?
Thing? Is
Are
it
we
going?
ready?
I don't know.
What?
I think
We're gonna
The
vote.
poll, Ryan. The poll.
Oh my God! We were wasting time so you could put in the poll.
we were vamping.
You've had this information the whole show.
Hey, Cam Crochets, another friend from Denmark. I got my
Hey.
sweater back on. Thanks, Cam.
Welcome.
Oh, I took mine off, but I do wear it.
Also, Cam Crochets, everybody compliments my sweaters on TikTok. So, once again, thank you.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
one and the Tolkien sweater from her.
that's awesome. Aaron
Cam
wants to know
Crochets
her
always
height.
shows up when I'm not wearing my sweater.
Wow,
Aw.
sucks to be a jerk.
Wow,
huh?
embarrassing.
No, I do wear it. It's just I'm wearing it.
Yeah, yeah.
There's the poll, guys. Go ahead and click it and vote which you think is the lie. Aaron, we can't tell you her height because that's cheating. You have to come up with.
Oh, I was gonna ask that question too.
Because that'll give away something, whether it's yes or actually it might not. It could be still be in the realm, and you never.
I mean,
know.
it could, yeah, but at least it would help.
Yeah.
If she
Cam,
says
don't-
she's like 5'11", then definitely not.
Cam, don't apologize to Chunk for him not wearing your sweater.
That's on him.
That's not how that
No,
works.
yeah, that's on me. That's on me. That's on me.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Are we almost
So
done?
far,
Get your votes in.
It's hopping between skydiving and Paul McCartney.
I hope
They
it's
really
Paul
believe you're
McCartney.
Snoopy. Well, I like this anticipation dance. That's good.
Almost done.
Camp.
Almost done. Oh, it looks like the winner is Paul McCartney. So,
Yeah.
before you tell us the lie, let's go choose one of the truths. And talk about that one. Let's talk about that.
My very first time on an airplane was when I was 21, and I flew to the Bahamas to get on a ship to go around the world on semester at sea. And my
Ooh.
second time on an airplane was in South Africa when I went skydiving.
Oh.
Oh.
I thought that
Very
first story
cool.
was going to end, and then I pissed off the usher and threw me out. No ticket.
No ticket. Laceyverse says, I really need all the laughs today. Thank you all so much. And you guys are on TikTok. I am too. I'm going to go follow y'all. I'm almost at 20K
Yeah.
myself. Awesome.
Wow, that's way more than us.
Yeah.
Bring your friends.
But also, we are very happy to give you whatever joy you may need. Please stay tuned. We got lots of shows, lots of fun. They're all silly and ridiculous. So tomorrow will be another example of that. So stay tuned.
Oh, I have hood hair.
I put oh, gross.
Better.
It looks exactly the same.
It was like this. It was all flat. I go like
That's
that.
weird how
It's better.
much difference that makes.
Yeah, well. Yeah, it makes you realize he has no skull mass. Like, none whatsoever. He's just fucking eyeballs on a shelf.
There's nothing else there. It's just it's all fur and eyeballs and a nose. So what's another one of the truths, Darcy?
So I was working on Shark Tank, and I had a very long commute home from Sony Studios through Hollywood, which is a very short distance and a very long commute. And I was sitting right by the Jim Henson Studios when I was not working there, and a car is edging its way out, and I'm on the phone with my mother, like on my little speakerphone with my mom, and I'm yelling at this guy, and then I just start crying. And she thinks I've been in an accident. She thinks something's wrong. But because traffic wasn't moving, Paul McCartney was perfectly in his blue car directly in front of me with the window down, thanking me for letting him edge out. No, I was not letting him edge out. He just did it. But then he got stuck there, and then I just started sobbing because Paul McCartney was directly in front of me. It's a two-part story, because then a few years later, I was working at the Jim Henson Studios, and my carpenter was backing his van up late at night to the soundstage, and he had no windows in the back. And I'm backing him up, and I see somebody out of the corner of my eye walking towards the van, and he doesn't see the van doesn't see him. So I say, "Oh, sir, please wait. You're about to get hit by a van." And that was Paul McCartney as well. So
Wow.
Oh.
I was going to say,
Is he
I
just
saved
camping
Paul
out at the
McCartney's
studio?
life. He does. He loves their recording studio. So
That's awesome.
I know.
So yeah,
I was going
puts on
to
an
say that
excellent
story, but it seemed a little more generic to just say he cut me off in traffic, which was true.
I mean, now we have two stories for one, so that works.
Yeah.
So the lie then was that you did not dress up as Snoopy.
So this is a total cheat. You're all going to be very mad at me. I have so much trouble coming up with a lie.
Uh-oh.
So I did work as a costume character, but not as Snoopy.
Did you work at Knott's?
I did not. I worked at
is
an
it?
amusement park with Kennywood in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Wow.
cool.
And
That's
we
fun.
had
So-
Kenny the kangaroo, Garfield, and Odie. And you can actually see them in the picture above my shoulder. I realized that was like, if you could, luckily it's blurry. But,
Yeah. That's so
but
funny.
Garfield and
That's
Odie was
awesome.
right there.
That's really cool. Man, you dressed up
Yeah.
as Garfield.
I
I
So
did.
you were all three of those. That was your height range. That's awesome.
That's
But
really cool.
at Kennywood, they didn't really care. So sometimes you had a taller person and you'd get a little neck cap.
Oh no!
It was a little bit of a janky park.
I used to work at this thing where they had a costume that was meant for like a 5'2" person or so, 5'3" person, and they put it on a 5'10" person who was a rather round person, 5'10", brown, very roundy person. It was terrifying.
Yeah, I have a similar story about one that was probably meant for somebody who was about maybe 5'7", and they put a 6-foot man in it. Oh, God. I think we might be talking about the same project.
Probably, yes.
Nightmare.
I like how many back bends Chunk just did to not say fat.
I did not want to shame this person.
I know, but you're like, well, roundish.
This person was just too large for the costume.
I know it is. I agree that I wouldn't have called it out either, but I just liked all the different versions of round that you tried to say.
Yeah, we appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, yay! Awesome. That's really cool, actually. As theme park workers and former theme park workers, I we
Former
understand.
and how. They sure do love firing us.
They sure do.
Oh, if Disney wasn't already going to not support us, this is another reason they would. Anyways, the moment when political correctness becomes hella difficult. Yes, Lacey. sometimes we try a little too hard, but that's the show. Anyways, let's see. How much time do we got? How long are we going till? We started.
Whatever.
Whatever.
However much Darcy has time for.
Yeah. Well, I do want to know.
Sadly, I have all the time in the world right now.
Lock it in, 8-hour stream. Let's go.
Let's do it. Order pizza. We're here. Anyways, actually,
Can't eat pizza. Neither
can't
can
eat bread.
cucumber.
What are you trying to do, man?
I'm gonna eat the whole pizza. That's what I'm gonna do.
That sounds.
I'll be right there.
All right.
Darcy, so what did you do? What got you into this business of set design, production design? Like what brought you to that life path?
So in undergrad, I was studying architecture and engineering.
Oh,
Assumed I would be an architect or a math teacher was my other thing I kind of wanted to. I didn't know that this was a job growing up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Like I wasn't around the industry at all.
yeah.
And I started taking theater classes for fun. And one of my teachers had been a set designer in California and moved home to raise a family and told me she thought I could do that as a job. And I was already a senior in college, so it's a little
Her
late.
name was Darcy, and you adopted her life.
Ooh, that would have been so much easier than the path I took. No,
That's so cool.
I went to Denver for a year to intern as a scenic painter.
Ooh.
And then I applied to graduate programs, and my top two were UC Irvine and Carnegie Mellon.
Very cool.
Carnegie Mellon being the better name, but it was literally next door to where I went to undergrad.
Oh wow.
And I wanted to get out of Pittsburgh, so I went to UC Irvine. It's where I fell in love with Disneyland. I'd never been there.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Got my 3-year master's degree, which was 3 of the hardest years of my life, and then moved up to LA during a recession and started fighting and clawing my way into the industry. Here I am.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Nice.
And you did it. So that's really cool.
I know, but starting off the way I did, like anybody else who graduated in the kind of 08, 09 era, there's always this like fear right behind me of it all
Yeah.
going away.
And right back to the invisible beetle.
Yes. I understand completely.
Tyron asks, did you work on Always Sunny as a set designer? Or It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I didn't, but I would have loved to. I was at the Fox lot on American Horror Story Hotel while they were filming Sunny, and I thought that was so cool. I was like, I love that show. But no, I did not.
That's awesome. I just realized you mentioned Fraggle Rock. I don't know if you know her, but we had my friend Melissa Das Diwa on the show. She's a magical life bringer, as we would say, for our felted friends. But she worked on Dark Crystal and is working on Fraggle Rock actually as a fabricator. I don't know if you. I don't know.
I'm jealous of her life.
Same.
I'm sure she's jealous of yours too.
Same.
So, and her other gig is she makes armor for Kiss, which is
Yes.
dope.
Oh, Melissa, yeah, she was on Creature Shop Challenge.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Because you designed that.
I was the set designer
That's
on
right.
that.
Yeah,
There you go.
We went to community college together, and we had her on the show the other day.
You know, we follow each other. We're in the same circles, but I mean, I haven't seen her since that show. And on that show, I couldn't be her friend because she was a contestant and I was working.
Right.
So
That's
every
fair.
time she walked past my computer, I had to like turn it off so that the contestants wouldn't see the next set that they were about to compete on.
Oh, that's cool.
So you'd be like, secrets, hiss, hiss.
I did.
I love it.
The Laceyverse has a question. Hey, Darcy, first of all, if no one's told you today, you're gorgeous. Second, who is your favorite doctor and or companion? Or your favorite villain? Any of the above?
Rose Tyler and 10 are my life.
Ah,
Of course.
I mean, that's who got me. I fell in love. It's probably why, it's like my opposite wall, I have giant Union Jack curtains. It's probably because of Rose Tyler. Not because I'm an Anglophile, but because I love Rose Tyler. Yeah, they're my life. I love them. I also love Matt Smith and Amy, but they took me till my second watch to really kind of fall in love with. because I was so mad that Tennant went away at first that it took me a while.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
love.
That poor Matt Smith's whole first season was everyone's arms crossed and be like, do better.
Yeah.
That's why I watched the whole. Yeah, exactly. But I also on a rewatch, Dr. Donna, just man, that whole storyline just kills.
So good.
Shoot, Wilfred Mott. I don't know if he kind of. Well, no, I guess not really a companion.
Isn't that
He
the
companion for
Applesauce
like
guy?
an episode, but I love that man. He makes me cry.
Yeah, just tears every time. Absolutely.
Oh man. Video goth. Have you ever had a project go horribly wrong that you will conquer but haven't yet? I guess
That
it's
I
like
will
two questions.
conquer?
Yeah. Like, have you ever had anything go wrong that you had to fix, or is there a project that you're like trying to overcome currently, or something that you want to do, like a model or something that you're still trying to figure out how to do right?
Well, it's not that I'm figuring out how to do it right. It's again that whole 2-year list rattling around in my brain. I didn't make this Hobbit house until 2 years after I had the idea to do it.
Wow.
So there's constantly kind of that battle happening in my brain of things I would love to do. Like I would love to make a big scale model of Luke Steiner, not just the little paper versions that I do.
Okay.
All the set dressing and everything, but I just haven't. I bought all the stuff for it years ago. That and Luna's lion headdress.
Yes.
Literally bought the supplies for that in 2015. So any day now, I'm gonna get around to it. And of course, one project that went horribly wrong. I've had great luck with things not going horribly wrong until that giant model I was talking about last year, which hopefully will premiere later this year. I've never budgeted in my time on something so badly ever. Like I couldn't believe how bad I messed up. It was that bad.
But luckily, it worked out because it had to be pushed back anyway, right?
It did, but it was like traumatic. Like everybody came to set and they were all just like, this is amazing. Did you not have like the most fun time of your life building this? And I'm just looking at them shell-shocked like, nobody has any idea that this just took me 5 months of every day of my life to do, and they all think I like pulled it together in the 1.5 months that I thought it would take.
Every artist's life ever, right?
Right.
I usually underbid by half. You know what I mean? Like I'll think something will take 1 and it'll take 2, or I'll think it'll take 2 and it'll take 4. But I mean, this was.
Oof. Yeah. Well, you know what? It's a lesson learned. It shows that even though you may be doing something for a long time, we still make mistakes and got to learn about it,
Constantly. I hope I don't have to relearn that again.
I hope you don't either, for your sake. I think now is a good time. You guys have had lots of questions for Darcy, and I love all the things that you do. Oh, we didn't bring up magic! Magic!
Magic!
Magic!
I was about to
magic
move
trick.
on.
Dance!
Dance.
I throw down a smoke bomb and just leave.
What an exit, though. That would go down in chat time history if that's what you did. But what got you into magic of all these things? What turned you on to
My high
magic?
school boyfriend was a magician, and he had a steady Sunday night gig at a restaurant called Max and Irma's that he performed at every Sunday night, and twice a year he would need to take off, and he couldn't because he was slated as the entertainment. And I was a dancer, and I was in musicals and stuff, so he knew I was comfortable in front of people. So he taught me like 4 magic tricks, and I would fill in for him, and I'd go around to every table and do the same 4 tricks.
Nice.
And then I ended up getting my own 2 restaurants for 6 years that I did myself every Sunday night, all through the rest of high school and all through college. So
Same
I
4
actually
tricks?
No. I actually got quite good, which I didn't realize until I moved out here and started going to the Magic Castle and started watching other performers. And I was like, I used to do all these effects, and I was just as good as this. But I didn't necessarily enjoy it. I enjoyed the money.
Yeah.
Brutal honesty.
So I had a brief resurgence into magic when I first joined. I wanted to put together an audition to become a member at the Magic Castle. So I got out all the old effects and polished up my routine and auditioned. And that's when I met your handler.
Yeah, my manager. And yeah.
Your manager at the Magic Castle. And you're one of the few people that saw me actually perform at the castle.
That's right.
That's awesome.
That was like 9 years ago, though, and since then
Holy
I've become really good friends with like real great magicians, and so it started to feel like I couldn't refer to myself as a magician anymore because they were taking it so seriously, and I was not, so I felt like I wasn't giving the craft proper time and effort.
You're like, you're doing the trick with one hand and smoking a cigarette with the other one. Like, thanks for your money, kid.
So I can still do a few effects when I need to, but I tend to leave it to the professionals.
I gotta say, I like that you call them effects instead of like tricks or illusions. I've never really heard them called effects before.
Tricks are what whores do for money.
Thank you for making the quote I was thinking of. Thank you. I was about to do the same thing.
Thank you, Arrested Development.
Yes. If anybody hasn't seen Arrested Development, please watch it. Absolutely worth it. Well, awesome. That's something when I was a kid, I was like, I want to be a magician too, and I want to learn magic, and I've learned like 2 or 3 card tricks in my time, and that's about it. I have like one go-to trick that is like kind of cool, and it's like
that's all you need.
Yeah, it's the one where you put the 4 cards in their hand and you knock them out, and the card's there magically.
That was the first trick I ever did.
Yeah, it's very simple trick, but it's cool.
Solid.
And if you put a good like story to it, it makes it kind of showy. And then that's the one I do. And then I'd be like, that's it. All right, no one.
Mine
Okay,
wasn't
magic
even
duel.
really a trick. It was the
But
one.
for
Where,
anyone who's watching that's a magic fan, there's a movie coming out tomorrow called In and of Itself on Hulu.
Yes.
That Frank Oz directed and Stephen Colbert produced. It's my very good friend Derek Delgadio. It's a taping of his one-man show that he did off Broadway for a year, and the film version of the live show is incredible. So even if you didn't get to see the live show, the film version it's worth it if you don't have Hulu to just get it for a month. You're gonna love it.
I saw the live show. I saw the live show in New York. It was so good. People were crying all the end of that thing.
Oh,
So
I saw
good.
opening night in LA and closing night in New York. Derek and his wife Vanessa are 2 of my very good friends, and I'm in the credits as set design consultant. But I did very little to help. But it's a great project. If anybody
It's in and of itself. You said, right?
In and of itself.
Cool. Check it out, guys, on Hulu. That's awesome. Option delete. Some people already answered the question, but this is Darcy. Is it Prevost? How do you pronounce your last name? Prevost. Thank you. That's a good thing I asked. I've been saying
I'll answer it.
That's very. I understand completely. So Darcy is a set designer, production designer, model maker, all around nerd, and she does amazing things. So please check her out. Are you okay with us? Yeah, I was gonna say, are you okay with us putting out your Instagram? Like, do you want to tell people where to follow you?
Yep, that's where I post most of my models and my TV projects as they air, which is always 2 years after I do them, of course.
Nice.
But yes, my Instagram is where I share things the most.
And it's Darcy
Prevost.
Prevost.
Yeah, Prevost. It's
Prevost. We'll put it out there. There we go. Thank you, Ryan. Go follow her. But before we leave, we're gonna do a quick round because we have to of Dr. Know-It-All.
Yeah!
So,
it all went so well up until this point. Do we have to?
yes, we have to. This is going to be fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are new, I'd like to introduce you all to Dr. Know-It-All, our wonderful, multi-headed expert of all things. Right now, Dr. Know-It-All's heads look a lot like Chunk, Darcy, Cucumber, and Ryan. So Dr. Know-It-All will use the knowledge of their foreheads, to answer your questions, any advice, anything you want to know. But of course, Dr. Know-It-All will answer one word at a time and one head at a time until an answer is complete. When the answer is complete, Dr. Know-It-All will bow with all of their heads, and to signify that the answer is done. Or to show absolute pain. One of those. Or both.
It's usually painful.
It's usually
Usually,
painful.
yeah.
So, throw out any questions, any advice you have. We already got one from Aaron. Perfect. Dr. Know-It-All. So, by the way, that is the order. Chunk, Darcy, Cucumber, then Ryan, then back to Chunk. We learned we have to start with Chunk every time, otherwise it goes to hell. So, anyways, Dr. Know-It-All, Aaron wants to know who resurrected Cucumber and how.
What?
I was telling people when you were gone, I was telling people you died and I ate you.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Oh, wow. Well remembered, Aaron. Well remembered.
Right, here we go.
Cucumber.
Was
Resurrected.
Bye.
When? Oh,
What?
sorry. I forgot you were playing.
Cucumber was resurrected when...
Bye.
Oh, bye.
By
Sorry.
the
evil.
Gopher.
Inside.
the
Magical.
Treehouse.
Where?
they
Used.
Knives.
And
scissors
To.
Ritualistically.
summon.
16
Fuzzy.
Green.
Necrotic.
cucumbers.
Okay.
Okay. I guess they never
there's-
got back together.
There's 16 of you now?
Yes, so, it's kind of like Horcruxes, but they're all in me, so good luck.
That's actually easy. If they're all in you, then
There's
it's
16 of them, you don't know where they are.
burn it all.
That'll do it.
Excellent. Any other questions for Dr. Know-It-All? Let's see. Oh, there we go.
Express.
Psycho Express. How's it going?
Welcome back. So, Dr.
It's
It's
It didn't sound like Shanghai Express when you said it out loud.
I'm hungry. Well, you know what? Cucumber is made of 16 smaller cucumbers now, so... if you're hungry-
necrotic cucumbers.
That's right.
Oh, never mind. Go on.
So Matt wants to know, how do you make a proper Cubano sandwich? I also would like to know.
You
Take.
Your
Meat.
and
You.
drive.
Over.
said
Meat.
Then
Take.
your
Other.
meet.
And
also
Drive.
Over.
it.
then
I was trying to bow.
oh no.
She wants out.
I was like, that's it. That's how you make it. Then you.
Buy.
More.
Bread.
And.
Reverse.
The.
Process.
By.
Pudding.
The.
Bread.
On.
The.
Pavement.
And.
Then.
Smush.
The.
Bread.
With.
Mayonnaise.
Okay.
Okay.
Matt says, this is going great, just like Abuelo used to make.
Watch out, Portos. We got a new sandwich for you.
Wow.
He said when we said the cucumbers, Matt was like, "Well, wow, a lot has happened during COVID." That's it.
No idea.
Dr. Know-It-All, the Laceyverse, wants to know, how do I make friends?
Ooh.
Well,
You.
that was a terrible way to start. Let me start.
Yeah,
Yeah, what a dick improv.
Two.
What are we starting? Go ahead.
Yes,
Yes.
2.
Make.
Friends.
First.
You.
Don't.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Sabotage at its finest.
Wow, with the mic drop.
Yikes.
That wasn't directed to you specifically, Lacey. I'm sure it just meant
No
a general.
fans for you, Lacey Bird. Darcy says you can't have any.
Wow.
Oh, hi.
This is Pippin.
Aww.
What's up, Cat?
Home is behind the world ahead. Look at you, Pippin.
I have a cat too, but I'm not at home, so I can't bring Zelda. That's adorable. I love Pippin.
Dino's in studio today. That's why he looks all HD and stuff.
Yeah. I did get a new webcam, so I look a little bit better now. But still,
Oh, yeah, you do.
this is a lot better than anything I have at home. So, well, yeah. Let's see. I think that's. Oh,
Yeah.
is that all the advice we have? I think so. I think that was a great way to end
So he's
Dr.
like,
Know-It-All.
yup, super
That was it.
Get me the fuck out of here.
Darcy, thank you so much for coming on. This was a blast. Somebody who was it that mentioned earlier? Option Delete. Yes. Option Delete said that they love show like this where we get to meet the magic makers like yourself, and I agree. I love having people like you on where we can showcase the people behind the scenes that really make what we love come true. So. Thank you for spending time with us and for being nerdy enough to hang out with us and enjoy it.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Up here.
Oh gosh.
He's trying to kill
Pippin
us.
got bold after going into Denethor's service.
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh, Laceyverse, you just threw out another question. I'm sorry. We'll come back. We'll do more Dr. Know-It-All in the next episode. So please come back. But we're getting ready to wrap up. Sorry about that. But welcome to the show, Lacey.
Don't make me do that anymore.
Just for Darcy's sake, we're gonna end it there.
Yeah, next time Darcy comes.
Show them on the doll where chat time hurt you.
Oh man. So make sure to follow Darcy on Instagram, Darcy E Prevost, Prevost. We'll put that out there as well. For those of you that just joined us today, welcome to Chat Time and welcome to Perception Studio. We have lots of shows. We do a lot of tabletop RPG shows. We have a movie talk show. We have this talk show. We do cold reads of radio plays on Friday nights, and we argue about nerdy stuff Friday afternoons. So there's lots of stuff. Check out our channel. Check out our Discord if you're on Discord, and if you're not, you should be on Discord. And check out our Patreon too if you like what we have and want to donate and help us out a lot.
Tiers 3 and above get an exclusive pin.
An exclusive pin.
Oh look, we cut credits.
What's that? Wow.
Yeah, what is that? Oh no! Holy hell! Thank you to our producer, Option Delete, and a special shout out to our. What kind of Daffy Duck number is this? Today, I'll thank you, Matt Aldapa, Rusty Tooth, OCD123, Nancy Leroux, Angela Merrill, Paul Hubbard, Beard on a Batman, Jesse Gillespie, Logan Gilbert, Michaela Fruity, Frank Kaiser, Manly Mutt, M. Jason O'Dowd, Corey Ember, Bessie Monty, Garrett Parker, Liam Hucklemeyer, Cap Charisma 812, Cactuar Stir Fry, Tam Jordan Smith, Brittany Stratford, Heather Camarota, Fab, Jason Coleman, Carrie Arkwell, Winston.exe, Kelly Houston, Jason Bischoff, and Rocket for 3. Thank you very much for your Patreon.
Thank you.
Wow.
And a big reminder that next week a bunch of our shows are going on YouTube starting next week. So make sure you guys look out for that. It'll be in our schedule. You'll know where everything goes. If you're new,
right?
This show and a bunch of other shows are going to YouTube for a couple months while we do our partner push, because we're going to be pushing to become partners at Twitch. So we need to move some shows over to make that work.
Yeah.
Yarr.
Yarr. So make sure you're on our Discord, paying attention. If you don't have Discord, it's super easy to get and really cool to be able to talk to everybody. For those of you that had questions about more specific things like Chunky Cucumber's managers, Discord is the place to ask about that. We'll talk about everything openly. But hang out with us and let us know if you like other things. We got new shows coming too, new things that'll be putting out soon. So keep an eye out for that. Stay tuned. We're gonna raid somebody probably. But stay. Who are we raiding? The Digital DM.
Woo!
Yeah. So stick around, show some love. Stay tuned tomorrow for Exacerbators and Trash Beast Theater. And we'll see you next time. Thanks again, Darcy.
Yeah,
Thank you, Darcy. Well,
Thanks. Goodbye,
bye,
everybody.
guys.
bye.
Don't make friends.
Don't make friends. No more.
Especially you.
Don't you dare. Laceyverse, if you make a friend, I swear to God.
Darcy will find you.